then, how are you all doing today? It is, my word, it's really windy today. We are on a drive. We're taking the Honda Forza 350 through London. Our end destination is Poland Street in Soho. It's pretty windy, but it is very sunny out here today. So we're going to drive through, see what we can see what's happening in London. Interesting points, points of interest I'm going to point out, see if you've been into any of them. Hopefully we get through safe, because it is really windy today, and it's blowing drivers, well, cyclists and motorcyclists all over the road. So we're going to go off and see what we can find. So we are currently in Walthamstow. This is the Bell to the right. The Bell's a great pub, just under new management now. Much better pub to watch the football. If you've ever been to Walthamstow, Walthamstow is known for its breweries. There's big sit-in breweries, especially one called the Big Penny Social. It's like a warehouse of fun. There's beer, there's pool, there's karaoke. Oh, it's all there. Walthamstow's got it. It's just down the end of this road near Tottenham Hale. It's a really good place for a drink, especially in the sunshine. The Bell is also good now it's gone to new management. It's not flooded with screens of multiple different sports. It seems more of a polite social gathering. It's a lot better now, and the food's a lot better as well. We're going to move away. We're going to hop into this left lane, because I believe one of these might turn right there, and he's done it right there. Watch out for this car turning right. He's left enough room. Let's head through the back of Walthamstow. There's a nice park up here. I think it's called the William Morris Park, Lloyd Park here on the right. It's got tennis courts in there. Fantastic. Hope you can hear me all right, because the wind is definitely blowing against the helmet I'm wearing, and I don't know if I've still got my camera on the top, because I have no way of finding out. And again, Walthamstow is loaded with temporary traffic lights. Hopefully we can get through this green light. Let's hopefully we don't kill someone at the same time. Well, I'm going through this whether they like it or not. The rules of the temporary traffic lights is, if it's green, it's orange, you're fine. There you go. Good thing about being a bike is it doesn't look so dramatic if you skip through an orange. And I don't know what they're doing here. They're either putting in water or virgin, was it broadband, fiber optic? You never know here. It looks like water, to be honest. Right, let's get out this person's way. There you go. Now, I drive a Honda Forza 350, and if you see my other videos, I actually wash cars for a living. I run a detailing company, and we use petrol scooters with pressure washer mounted devices and 40 litres of water on the back. So not only are we broader and heavier than most bikes, it means that when you get the wind, yeah, you gotta fight for it. And also means you gotta leave a lot more time for braking and things like that. So if you've ever ridden a heavier bike before, it kind of follows the same concept, but now you're on a scooter. So you got a better riding position, which means your feet can touch the ground, so it's a little bit safer. Now let's just come around here. There you go. It's my own special little lane for me. Now, do we try our luck and go through here and filter through here? Yes, we will. We'll skip over that so we don't get a ticket, and stop just before the cycle lane. So we're going to go straight ahead here. Let's go. And then go again. Go on, mate. Hurry up. There we go. So yeah, when you're carrying a lot of equipment and you've got a big old pizza box on the back, or now known as a delivery box, the wind pushes you all over the place. So you gotta kind of fight it, like riding a boat into the wind. Riding a boat, sailing a boat into the wind. You gotta give more mast and then go into the wind. And well, yeah, I kind of know what I'm talking about. But if you're a motorbike rider, you gotta kind of hold on as well as kind of push your helmet into the wind to stop the bike, to stop you from sailing or being pushed off the bike or making it affect your riding judgment. Anyway, let's pay attention to this guy who's kind of popped over the cycle lane. Not handy for that cyclist. As we get closer to the centre of London, you probably see some wild stuff with cyclists. I'm sure most people know that cyclists are a bit of a pain in the ass, but it gets incredibly more pronounced once we get into Soho. Oh, dude. It's not very fair, is it? You only get like three cars through on this really busy junction. Yeah, so the breweries are down there on the right. I can't remember what the road's called. It might be called Black Horse Road, but it's the one that goes from left to right here. Keep going down there for about 5 minutes, and you're in the beer mile, where there's many breweries. One that actually plays metal music, which is a nice change. A few live bands there, but mainly it's just well, I was about to say young people, but it's not. It's families out there as well. And it's beer mile, so if you get thrown out the first place, you've got about 4 more chances before you have to go home. Right, it's a green light, but it's for cyclists and pedestrians, which is nice to see. Look, 3 cyclists using cycle lanes at the same time. Oh my god, I think I've died and gone to heaven. Usually they just bolt out on a red light. Right, let's stay positive. Ready, go! Look, he's about to pull out. I'm going to try and highlight all the things that get on my nerves, but it's a good thing to do because riding in London is not the easiest thing in the world. I've been doing it for about 10 years, maybe more than that, about 15 years now on a full bike license. So you kind of get into the habit of noticing patterns of behaviour, and maybe if you're watching this to see what it's like riding a bike through London, I'll try and call out as much of it as possible. One of the things is remembering the speed limit that you've just passed. Because that says 30 there, but it says 20 there. But I know it's 20, so we can speed up a little. Sorry, I know it's 30. This speed camera catches at anything higher than 30, but even though it says 20 on the floor, remembering speed limits is one of the key things you got to do. I mean, I'm generally not a fast rider, but most of the action in London sits between 20 and 30 miles an hour, so you don't really want to get that wrong. Now I've got about 30 minutes to get to Soho, so I wonder if we're going to do it. I'm not going to drive erratically, I'm trying to be relatively sensible, but I will filter through traffic and drive within the means of the law. If not, I'll edit that out and you'll never see it. Alright, let's keep going. Bit of car on the floor there, but avoid that. Right, so we've got a lot of traffic here. Now what I would usually do is kind of like position my bike to the right of this, what the hell's that, Toyota, and just keep an eye on down the side of this traffic here, and just kind of maintain the same speed. But if they start slowing down, I'm in a good position to, gosh, that wind. All right, let's have a little look. Check my blind spot, and let's sneak out. Let's go. And stop just before this line. This is a 2-lane road which goes into one, so I'm gonna have to beat this guy off the lights. That's all right, just drop that down there, you cow. Let's go. Oh, there's a Jeep. I love those Jeep Wranglers. They do a safari edition. Always like those. Right, sneak around here. What's he doing? There's always something fun going on in London. That's rather than drive, I want to see what this guy's up to. He's picking up dirt off the floor. All right. Well, he seems to be doing. He started. Oh, good for you, buddy. Thanks for keeping our lovely London, that specific little road, bit of path, pleasant. I think he was just cleaning up the dirt and putting it in the bag. Oh, sometimes I love London. All right, let's weave around here. Gosh. See, this is one of those weathers where you gotta keep your feet down, even at traffic lights. Keep them fully planted. All right, this should be a quick light. And then we're going to go left at the end of here. This is Tottenham Hale. There's a huge amount of new builds here, if my camera is serving me correctly. I was about to call out some pubs here, but I don't know any nightlife around here, or even, you know, day drinkers, day life, day walkers. This is the estate where you got things like Curry's, Subway, B&M, you know, for a baller. But no, as I know, there's only one pub which is round the corner, which looks a bit intimidating. I'll call it out in a minute. Gosh! Let's change lane, check your blind spot, crossing over, and then doing the same thing again, crossing over. Can I go this way? Yeah, I'll go this way. No, we're not going to beat this light either. Can I nip around? Oh, that's kind of you, mate. Undertaken. That's why you don't undertake, because I was checking my right blind spot, and he came up on the inside. There you go. Right, it's right behind me now. So keep an eye on this guy. He doesn't look too confident on that bike. Right, so what's going to happen is these lights are going to go green, and usually cars are still going to be there, but we can use that to our advantage. We're going to go around the side of this BMW and filter in, and then go on the opposite side of the road. No, not this side of the lane, and then hopefully we can skirt around all this traffic. Oh, there's a wind. Let's go! Right, we want to get behind this Renault. Gives us enough time to calibrate in our head what we're going to do, and there we go. We can just kind of skirt around here. Left me enough space. Check blind spot. Go, 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 go. Back in again. Check blind spot. Go. Jump back in again. Right, now I'm not going to cross the road. We're going to let this old boy go. There you go, sir. Look at that prat. Do you reckon he was going to stop? You can tell by someone's driving by the state of his box. Well, I'm going to wait till he kind of finishes his walk. No problem, sir. Right then, continuing up here, this is the pub, which kind of looks intimidating on the outset, because you can't look in, and it looks like an old boy pub. You kind of know what I mean. Three of those flags, I don't even know what they are. But yeah, there's a lot of Brazilian community around here, just on the cusp of Tottenham. And as we take a left further up here, we're going to go past a few other Brazil or Portuguese places. But until then, I'm just going to keep an eye on my speed. It is 20 down here. Oh, right. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means we're not going to go down the side of this car. He's probably going to take that space over there. But we're going to wait till he's finished his manoeuvre. Well, that car's flashed him, so hopefully he doesn't take 2 turns to get in there, because we go down the left. These people cross the road. It's a nice hat, my lovely. It's a nice hair, sir. All right, go. Now, this 350's got quite a bit of power. You've definitely got a lot more power than you need for a city ride. A 125 gives you quite a lot of power as it is if you don't load it full of weight. But this has got, it feels like, I've been in a few fast cars, and this feels like it can pull at the same, maybe like a straight 6 or V8 engine, because on the first gear alone, you can jump most cars off the light, if you know what I mean. Because these don't weigh a lot, and you got all the power when you need it, you can just quickly make decisions that you wouldn't normally do on a smaller bike, which means you can get out of trouble quicker. Let's stop here. We're going to make a quick left and a quick right. There's always characters in Seven Sisters. Looking around, there's none here today, funny enough, as I say that, but if you do like drinking out of a tin during the day, this is the place to be. And unfortunately, it might be a bit windy, but if you do decide to do it, I highly recommend this spot. Seems to be the best place to do it. If not, the next right. Oh, there's an ambulance. Hello. Don't make eye contact with them, it's awkward. Right, so we're going to make a left and a right, but I'm not going anywhere near that traffic. I'm going to shimmy my way to the front without upsetting everybody. Let's make a left indicate. Let's go. Quick shoulder check. Oh no, good, the traffic moved. That's handy. Let's see if we can beat. Ooh, let's see, potholes. Do you see that? God, I bounced out of my seat. Come on, let's go through the green light. Potholes are an absolute nightmare. Look, can you see them? Jesus, if you're a scooter or a cyclist, you spend most of your time looking at the floor to try and avoid hitting a pothole. And it's not just potholes as well. You get kind of embellishments, like kind of bumps in the tarmac. Let's let this guy go past. You get bumps in the tarmac where the buses have just kind of made grooves. And if you don't see those, and you try and put your foot down and there's no concrete there or no tarmac, you just fall over. I've seen it happen. Now let's see how this guy drives. Since I'm on my high horse. And well, it's not too bad. As long as we're majority on the left-hand side, I'm going to stop here. See, I don't like driving like that. See that? He's weaving into traffic and back out again. Usually that's safe, but it's just impolite. Because some people don't want to move out the way if you're weaving, and they'll just hold their ground, which means you've got to slam on your brakes or clip their wing mirror. Right, we are going to go a quick right over here though. The reason why is I'm going to bolt left, check my blind spot, no one there, because these guys are going to move right. This cyclist is about to do something stupid. Oh gosh, this is now 2 lanes. 20 miles an hour. Let's slow down just a little bit. Now with roads like this, they're usually alright, but you do get people crossing the road, and that cyclist just kind of cut between 2 lanes without signalling. But you do have people, since I can't see on the right hand side of the pavement now, I'm pretty much blind. So if somebody walks through, I'm not going to be able to see them. So I'm going to calm my speed down a bit. And also check on other people's wing mirrors. Oh look, see what I mean? There's a person in the street. But now I'm going to stop undertaking and just jump back in again. The good thing about that is I can look across people's windscreens and see if anyone's crossing through the traffic. But I didn't see him, but lucky enough I would have seen him if he did decide to walk, so I left enough speed to, well, I was at a good speed so I could have stopped. What is he doing? You're not going to pull out in front of me. Gosh, look at that, my heart just jumped. Sometimes does that. Doing a reverse, we can probably take this lane. There's the 350 roaring to life. Then annoyingly we have to slow down again. There's an interesting character. Good. Come on up here. Alright, we're going to have to indicate right, check our blind spot, slow down because this guy had an obstacle in the road. And then check the blind spot as we jump back in. This guy's wearing headphones on, so I'm just going to give a wide berth, and he's on his phone, and he's using one hand. Check the speed limit again, check my mirrors, all right. Now this cuts into potholes. This cuts into 3 tiers of 20 mile an hour. So I'm going to go left and allow this guy pass me, which he should do. Indicate there. Alright, so now we're funneling into 2 lanes, which means this cyclist is about to come in front of me. Look, I'm just going to hold here, and he's going to jump and not even signal. Let's see what he's going to do. Oh no, he's going to go, let's see what happens. Oh, he's looked, but he hasn't signaled, so I could just do this and still be in the right. It's nice if you signal, my friend, because it means I can check my blind spot and maneuver if you plan to do something a bit silly. Alright, 20 miles an hour, through the lights. It does make a nice noise, the 350. I mean, you can put a bigger exhaust on it, but don't be that person who just makes tons of noise with your exhaust. Something about riding a Honda Forza 350, you can just have a little bit of, what's it called, dignity. Don't start modding stuff. The only mod you're allowed to have is the thing that increases the, what's it called, the wind resistance, whatever it is, on this thing, just in case it doesn't go big enough. And then you get the little blanket over your legs. That's all you're allowed to have. Let's take this lane. Go. Alright, check blind spot because we're going to filter through to the front because this is the main reason why filtering is used, is to get to the front of traffic, because you're out of everyone's way and it causes less conflict between drivers. I think I got a spider web in my face. 1 second. Yeah. All right, what's happening on this road? There's 2 people on a bike, a child without a helmet. That's always good. Right, we're still on a 20, but we get our own lane. Let's see what happens on this part. Pizza guy, which we're going to overtake, not over that bit of polystyrene, but there's a car coming up on the right, so I've got to time this perfectly. Whoa, you've just moved over a drain cover. Good thing I left enough room. And the wind is still... You've got to make all these decisions while the wind is pushing. Which way is the wind at the moment? Oh, God, it feels like it's everywhere. I think it's coming from the left. Let's go. There's another interesting area. I think this is Finsbury up here. I think it's Finsbury. Sometimes I get a little bit confused when I come in from North London. It's not my usual way of getting in. It's usually, oh look, is that Finsbury Park? I can't remember. Usually a big circus there. We're going to overtake this guy, and there's a Build Your Dreams car which is next to me. Build Your Dreams reminds me of the company Build Your Own Bear. You go and stuff your own bear, make it look like you. Well, incidentally, you can make your car look like you. Right, is he going to pull out? No. Well, this bus is in. He's pulling away slowly, but I don't think he's going to go quick enough. And this guy's probably going to steal that lane, so we're going to see what down the inside looks like. Let's have a little look. You can't see. Go over to the other side, check your blind spot. See who's fast. Well, this guy seems to be slowing down. Can I get through there? No, it's a bit of a risk. But I'm just going to wait a little bit longer, indicate right, and go. And then back left again, shoulder check. And there's a green light here. Now I want to be through the traffic on the right hand side, but it's just gone green, so that's handy. Let's just cut in front of this guy. Check the lanes, left one seems clearer. Let's go. This is still 2 lanes, so be careful of people just drifting their way over. Still 20 miles an hour. Oh, that wind. Whoa. It's actually blowing me across 2 lanes to check my shoulder mirror, shoulder check there, because I know that Renault's coming up beside me. Someone just left a pram there and sleeping. Good stuff. Right, I've got my own cycle lane, my own motorcycle lane, so I'm going to go in there and be careful, because there's a speed camera that's missing off the top of there, but there usually is one. But just for muscle memory, I'm going to slow down to 20 anyway. I think most of the riding you do on a bike is muscle memory, because you've got to spend most of your time looking for speed potholes on the road. Right, near the Arsenal, who won the league this year. They finally cleared up all the bottles, but there's still a few gooners about with their shirts on, so good for them for winning the league. Representing your football team, nothing wrong with the Arsenal. Good stadium though, shame Tottenham built a bigger one. There's some proper Arsenal pubs around here. We're about to go through. Arsenal, the kind of Arsenal supporting area is quite broad. So you see some of this side, then you see one over an N1 Islington side. There's so many, but you get a few good ones that watch match day. Like there's one here on the right. Hang on, what? Can I go in that one? Can I go in that one? Oh, I missed the blue sign. Oh well, I'll hug it. And there's those grooves I was talking about in the road. Let's just cut back in again. So there's the Tollington, still flying the banners of the Arsenal. Look at that, Hornsey Kebab House. The lettering on that is quite frustrating because they haven't cut out the white. So you've got the white in the middle of the O. Maybe it's just my brain that winds me up, but if you can use Photoshop, you can understand why that's quite annoying. Oh, the sun's out. That's a nice one. The wind has immediately stopped and the sun's out. That's good news. Let's cross. Oh, I see you, sir. And there's someone going into traffic on an electric scooter. Oh, no helmet. Let's stick in this lane so I can look across the traffic. I always try and keep on the left lane so I can go and look across like that rather than this. means I can absorb more information. I've got my mirror in my peripheral as well, so I can check, see if anyone's coming up on the inside, but also keep an eye on people crossing the road. I realise I take more precautions. It's because the bike is a lot heavier when you carry water, and with the wind you don't always have absolute control. Oh, he's moving in, they're indicating, that's nice. Double check those, come back in again, indicating the left. Can we get through that gap? So, but oh, he's pulling away, but he's seen me, so that's fine. And we cut through, and then we cut back through on the right as well, just in. Ah, there you go. Go, go, go. Right. Now, I don't know whether this guy's going to go left or forwards. We're going forwards, but I'm going to keep an eye on people on my right, just in case I want to quickly accelerate and hold the lane so no one gets in it, like that. Whee! It's a nice little indicate there, with lack of indicate. What lane, what side of the road is this guy personally going to end up on? Even this van driver's holding back, you never know. If you don't see someone indicate doing basic stuff, it usually means that you want to hold off and then get around them at a later stage. The problem is I can't remember if this was a cycle lane or not, so I'm going to go around them this way. See that those wing mirrors have now got those warning signs on them, so it does all the hard work for you. Still don't trust them. Right, this is a 20 up here. It's a church that's missing the spire. That's quite interesting. I've only just noticed that. Right, 20 miles an hour along here. Still 20. Green light. Let's cut back over. Is that an Aston Martin? It was an Aston Martin. Nice car. You got these road markings which suggest the speed camera was there. Whoa, this guy's coming up fast. You can hear things. When you don't have your earphones in, you can hear everything. He was coming in pretty quick. Alright. Stop here. And go again. Another church which is missing its spire. Ooh, windy. Anyone behind me? Yeah, there is a car, so I'm going to move out their way. I'm not driving fast. There's a nice Aston Martin which is coming up just on the right hand side. Either a Vantage or a DB9. Or a Vanquish. What's it going to be? I think it's a Vantage. Is that the V8? Hello! Looks like the V8 Vantage. Or a DB9. Don't know. It looks a bit big to be a Vantage. But it's got the lights. Nice there. Very nice. So we just stare at him awkwardly in his car. Hello. Potter. Obviously. We need to clean that. Dirty, filthy muggle. What am I rambling on about? I've still got a way to go. I think about halfway there. We're still trying to get to Poland Street, but we're coming from the top end. Oh, the wind's back up again. The thing is, 20 miles an hour in wind is not helpful, because you need a bit of power. Ooh, that's a pigeon. If you drive a little bit fast, like 30 miles an hour is totally fine for London, and it's infuriating while it's 20. I understand if you're residential and there's a park, I get it. Oh, jeez. The wind's coming from the right now. I do believe this is the back of Storm Dennis, I think that it's called. And look at this on the floor right here. Look at that. Tarmac broken up on top of a drain cover, and it's not been addressed. You can hit that on a bike, you're gone. And is he going to indicate back in? He is, so we can indicate right and stay in this lane. Hopefully get around him. Speed camera there. Slow down and then get back on the left hand side whilst not breaking the speed limit. There we go, and pull away. Nicely done so far. This is Camden, just on the edge of Camden. Love to live in Camden. Camden is now, it just keeps getting better. Like, it doesn't lose its old charm of the marketplace and the shops and the riverside. They've had more stuff. There's an indoor roller coaster for kids and a laser tag and arcade machines over near the opposite side of the canal, which I haven't been to, honestly. Great, love it. Still have a drink at the Weatherspoons on the river. Of course you do. And there's a few rock and metal bars as well, which is great because they don't actually appear. Apart from, what's the one called? Big Red Dog Saloon or something. There isn't that many metal bars that I know of, and they're quite a breath of fresh air when you're for a night out. See what we can see. I don't remember what pubs you can see coming in from this side, but we'll have a look. I've got to keep my eye on the road though. But I also want to show you some interesting places to drink and eat. I do other things as well. Alright, we're going to indicate right, check our shoulder, and just filter through this to the front. And not get in that cycle lane, but it'll be a bit close. Alright, there's the World's End up here, which is the famous pub. Just blares music at you while you shout at your friends. Everyone's very colourful here. The era of punks and nods and mods is out the way now. Now I don't even know what the minority group you got to represent is today. Everyone seems to be more independent. Oh look, 2 people crossing the road and a bus is about to cut me up. I'll fly around here. There's a World's End down there. This road's interesting because there's a cyclist. Oh right, it stopped. This lane here turns into this right lane, which is a car, like, just a mess. Look, what am I supposed to do? Because this is meant to be that lane. Look, it just makes its own mind up. That would mean you just go into the back of those cars if I stayed in that lane. 2 fellas crossing the road. That's plenty of time. And I get through this green light, hopefully. And the Camden Head, and there's the Blues Kitchen. Been in both of these. Not really during the day though. Keeping this lane. The road's a bit rockety up here, as you can see. Ooh. Jumps you all over the place and dodging drain covers and crossing 2 lanes, which isn't good, but for some reason this doesn't tell you that 2 lanes just merged into 1. I've got a Ford Raptor on my left hand side. And I've got to stay and look at the ground because this is just patchwork quilt of doom. There is a nice pub. Hang on, where's this nice pub? This one, is it back down there? No, there it is. It's just on the left of me there. The Edinburgh Castle. It's got a great outside seating bit. That's a long time ago since I've been there. We weave through here because we're taking the left. Dog. Right, I'm going to go left again, so I'm going to check my shoulder and breeze on over to the left. Unfortunately, these people are stuck at temporary traffic lights. Hopefully, we can do this last bit of journey in 5 minutes. This will be good time for me. Prince Albert Road, named after the piercing, of course. All right, mate, saw that. Hello, fella. Losing my mind. Right, left, blind spot, go. What we got down here? I think we got some old military stationaries here. Some old military buildings. I don't know what these are though. Usually London's split into different professions. Like the law firms are on the river, Mayfair's investment banking, wealth management, money investing is bank. But down here, I don't know what this is. It might be accountancies, but I know this is a barracks of some sort, like territorial army. Oh look, we can see the BT tower in the distance. But yeah, for the meantime, Royal Artillery. And look, they've got a horse box. Apparently we're firing horses out of artillery now. Fantastic. Alright. Yeah, there's the BT tower. Now the BT tower no longer is serving as a telecommunications tower. It's now become a, what was it? I read it the other day. Infinity pool and a spinning restaurant. That's what we need. That ain't stopping me from going there. Maybe I can drink at Camden Hales in a spinning pool. The Lazy Susan. Keeping an eye on the road. Traffic's fine. I'm breezing my way through this. I think I'm missing out on any sort of rush hour. Keeping an eye on this van on the right, just in case he does something stupid. Greg's distracted by an advert, should be paying attention. So, oh, Greg's sausage roll, have one of those. Oh. Again, the wind is now facing into me. Something's in the road here on the left. Usually bins are usually the thing that kind of drag across the road in the weather, but we're all right. Whoa. Gosh, you'd think the buildings would stop the wind, but it doesn't. Okay, so we're going to cut around this lovely church here and go straight over Euston Road, I think it is. Right, so we need to sneak up on the inside. I want to be a bit careful because I don't really trust flatbeds or trucks. Is he going to take that lane? No, I'm taking this lane, but I'm going to take this right lane and cut past a few traffic so I don't get stuck in this box like those other two are going to happen to do. Hang on, check my... Is it asking me to go that way? Yeah, it is. Okay, well, we're going to scuttle our way around here. Jesus, have I gone up a one way? No. It's not very helpful, but if you show your presence, how in that... Have I just gone down a one way? No, I haven't. This is really strange. This is meant to be 2 lanes of traffic here. So why... Okay, why is there only 1 lane of traffic? Well, thanks for moving out of the way, everybody. Just nod at people. Thanks. There you go. Yeah, that's wild, that is. I've never actually noticed that before, but I've never gone through that road. So also checking Google Maps as well on the left here. And it says that was fine. The George and the Dragon, never been there before, and there's a box crossing the street in front of me. Let's just keep an eye on that. And someone who didn't just check. Because, you know, who gives a fuck. Right, let's go right and miss this pothole. Look at that floor! Jeez. Yeah, hello, mate. And the BT Tower, getting even closer now. If you can see, I'm exaggerating the look, so I must look like a right plum. But I hope you can see that, all right? It's quite a striking skyline visualization there. Look at that. I hope you can see that. I have no way of knowing what you guys are seeing at the moment, so I hope you got to look at that. Nice little shops along here. This kind of attitude of buildings carries all the way into Holborn. That's a... I'm just trying to get my bearings right. Oh, there's the wind again. Sometimes it's a nice walk from King's Cross Station you can do down here that takes you all the way to Soho, and this is why it's ringing a bell. I'm going right, and you're staying there, aren't you? Yes, you are. Picking up the bikes. You go right here. Down here. What else have we got? I don't actually recognise this road. I don't think I've been down this one in a long time. Nothing of any interest. Let's focus on my driving. Now this guy's slowing down. Left or right? What's it going to be? Let's not cross over there. Straight ahead. Okay. It's constantly left and right. Push up that door. If it's going to swing open, what do you think? He's noticed it. Yep, that could have swung open in the wind. And there's another door there. We're going to go right at some point. Post-production house. Who is that? It's not Cinyscape, is it? Down here. We can't go too far down here. We have to go left again. Gooch Place. Great place to take the family. Oops. No, it is that way. Okay. Google Maps knows something I don't know. But apparently this links around. Oh, I know where I am. There used to be a game shop around here, like a second-hand game shop on the right. Let's double check, see if my memory serves me correctly. Oh, I'm not in the right place. It's down there in front. The game shop is down there. Charlotte's place. My bad. Oh God. I went left and right too quickly and I lost my bearings. Right, nearly there now. The Botanical Garden. If you want a cocktail for like 18 quid that has 3 different gins in it, be my guest. They've also got lots of insects stuck to the wall, which I think you can see here. That doesn't creep you out. It's all right in there. Just, you know, just cocktails are a bit expensive. Also quite quiet as well. Like I remember them not playing much any music. They just sit there and watch your money being pissed away. And what else we got? Right, this is where all the, there's a lot of film post-production houses here. This is Well Street. This will be home of Frame Store, if they're still there. Oh, there's a bike right in the middle of the street. That's handy, isn't it? Yeah, Frame Store used to be here on the left. I don't know if there's a scooter in the middle of the road. And we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Nearly at Poland Street, which I consider central Soho in my estimates. There you go. What's that place now? Is it Phil Frame Store? No, that's a shame. They move on. The Champion there on the left. Drunken there a few times, and there used to be an even better pub here on the right called Adam and Eve, which used to have like a Halloween themed all year round with like fake smoke and cobwebs and stuff. It was great. That's now gone, but there we are, Oxford Street, and that guy just walked out in front of me. Well, I hope you're fine. I hope you're fine. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm actually going to turn off now because I'm going to reach a customer and his car's quite expensive, so I don't want to give away his position. But I hope you enjoyed this little trip through Soho. It took me, well, I thought I'd just turn the recording back on. It's a bit wild here, and I didn't do a proper sign.